Hello, welcome back to my craft corner. So I thought I'd get on here and show a cute little fun project using these little dies right here. I recently showed these in a Temu haul, and so I'm going to go through, and I think I'm going to do this with like a lot of the dies and stuff that I have in there, pulling those out and just you know, trying them out and see how they do. All right, so this is what I've made. I've got using the die here, it cuts out this little tag shape, okay, and then it has a little pocket piece that it cuts out here on the top, and then it has the little mat for the little pocket piece. Now I only matted one on this one, and I just made some little tags to go in there. And this is just some printable paper that I've got. I'll link it in the description box below, I would say, but I can't remember exactly what line or which one it came from. I'll have to get on there and look. But so I just took two pieces because I printed it, so it's not printed back to back. I just printed two, and then I stuck those two together. Took another one, made a little tag to go in the back, just using my hole reinforcers that I have. And then this is one of the little sheets, and it comes like with a lot of the recipes on there. And then I took, since this one, you know, I'm using the little gingerbread, I thought it would be cute to have the little gingerbreads like off the side for a little, you know, you pull it out with the little tab. No, I didn't back these. I just inked the back of those using ground espresso. So those there, right? And they're so cute. These actually came from a Tim Holtz die. There we go. They came from this one right here. This is the number there, 665-586. I'm not, retro oven, I don't know exactly what it's called, but that one there, and that's just the little cookies. And so I did back them, double, you know, back them. And then I thought, well, I made this with the die, and I thought, well, you know, what if you want to make something like this, but you don't have a die? So, oh, before I go there, I guess I could finish explaining on the front. I used the little cookie die. This is also a Tim Holtz die. I'll link it in the description box below. I have I have a whole little bag full of these little cookies made up. And then, of course, using some of the foliage. And I had some left over from other projects. And so I'm just using that. So I thought, well, okay, if you don't have a die, you know, say you don't have this die, or if you have another similar die, you can use it. Would be the same, that'd be the same thing. But if you don't have a die, what can you do, or how can you make one similar to this? So I have my pieces cut out, and I'm going to show you how I made this one as well. And I kind of stuck with the same, I haven't put a label on the back side yet, but I kind of stuck with the same thing. Now this one's a little bit, you know, it's slightly larger, but that's okay. But I did the tag, and on this one I used the little hearts. How cute! And then I've got candy cane paper, so I used the little candy cane ones here and some holly. But I thought that was really cute. Alrighty, so there's that. Let me put this to the side and pull out my pieces here. Alrighty, so I went through and I have cut the pieces down because, you know, just to make it so you're not having to watch me cut out everything, because you know how to run your stuff through a trimmer and all that. Alrighty, so here are all the pieces from the die. Okay, so I cut two of the larger ones. So this die right here, I ran it through twice. I cut 2 of those. Now this one does have a little bit of a design on it, but I have noticed when you cut it out, you can slightly see it. It's not very detailed. So, and you know, and that's okay. That's not no biggie, but just so you know. And I cut 2, so I'm going to put them back to back like that. And then I cut out the pocket and just another one. So it cuts out like this. So you have like a little 2 pocket thing. And then I only cut 1 of these for a mat. And I'm just going to place it here on the bottom. Like that. Just to add a little something extra there. Okay. Alrighty, so let's put these to the side. And then I already selected my little cookie. I'm going to use the little bell on this one. And then the other one there I'm going to do, showing you how to do it without the die. I'm going to use a little Christmas tree. So pretty much to layer these up, put them together. You could use double-sided paper. I actually like doing it with two papers. It just makes it a little bit thicker, in my opinion. And I'm just gonna take some tacky glue. If I can get it out. Okay, and I'm just gonna run it around. And then I'll just line these up. And that way glue, it doesn't take much for it to slide. All right. Just making sure that that's lined up all the way around. And I'm gonna take my brayer, and I'm just gonna brayer it out. And it does, I think it has a glue coming out of it there. Like that. Just helps to make it, you know, flat. Because with the tacky glue, it does warp a little bit more than the other glue would. So, okay. And then to add the little pocket, now you could run your glue like I did on the other. I ran it all the way around, and then I made this a taller pocket. Okay, so the back pocket's a taller pocket. And then this would just be the short pocket. If you wanted, you could make 2 short pockets. You could put glue there so that it doesn't go all the way through, but I'm just gonna put it on the sides and the bottom. Okay. And I'm gonna put mine on this side, and you will have about 1/8 of an inch around. Okay. Got some glue seepage, but that's okay. Alrighty. And then I'm just gonna put this one on. Well, I'm trying to get some glue out to that corner there. And you don't even have to do this second little one right here if you didn't want to. I'm just doing it just because I was checking these dies out, and I think it adds just a little something extra right there. Okay. Like that. All right. And then for the pocket that goes in the back, I actually am going to, and I have already inked everything as well, just to save time. I'm gonna make this a tag. So I'm gonna do those. I'll have to go back and re-ink that, but that's okay. And then I can't remember if I rounded the, I think I rounded the bottom. Yes, I rounded the bottoms just because on this one, it just helps it to slide down in there easier. The little corners don't get caught like on the edge. So I'm gonna crop it off for that. I'm just gonna use the 1/4 inch side, and we'll just stick that in there and do the best we can do. Like that. Alrighty, and then let me grab my ink here. I've just been using the ground espresso because I don't know why, it just makes me think of those dark cookies. I did do the insides as well, so that if my cutting wasn't exactly perfect, then when I glue it together, you're not really going to be able to tell, right? So like, to me, you can see that in there, but if you ink that, you see no white, and I like that because I don't like the white edges. Okay, and then let me put these over here. We'll need those again in just a second. And I'm just going to use, you could use, you know, your glue for this too, but I'm just going to use my score tape because, yeah. Well, I said I was going to. I can't roll mine straight for some reason. And I'll set that to the side as well. Ooh, goodness. Did I not? Hey, whoa. Okay, here, hang on. Let me get my scissors. I see a little something there I didn't see before. Where I scored that. Let me just run that off. There we go. You'll never know. If I could keep my tape on the inside. Oh, mercy. Okay, it's all right though, because I am just showing you. So like that. And then to do the hole for the hole reinforcer, which I've showed many times on here because I use them all the time because they're just easy and convenient. Actually, let me go this way with it. I'm gonna go so 1 1/8 the center. Actually, I don't want it that high, so let's go. I'm just gonna make a dot right there, and I'm just gonna use red because red seems to be the main, red and cream, the brown. So, and I'm just gonna put that on there to where my little pencil mark is like centered to the top of that right there. And then punch my little hole. And then I know where to line the one up on the back. And I'm not perfect with it, and that's okay. And I just like for that to be just a little darker at the top there. Alrighty. And let's pull some, there's an end. Let's pull some seam bonding. This is just some dyed seam bonding that I just colored myself. All right. And for this one, all I'm gonna do is loop it through like this. Okay. And then I need, let me get that out because I'm gonna need it for the other thing anyways. I'm never as prepared as I think I am. Zoom you out just a little so you can, hopefully, I've been in camera this whole time. Whew. Okay. Forgot I had that zoomed in. Okay, so I'm going to find the end here, and I'm actually going to double this. I don't think I need quite that much. Maybe there, there, and I'm just going to double. This is just embroidery thread or crochet thread, whatever. Yeah, crochet thread, I think is really what you call it. So I'm just gonna tie me a little knot if I can get it to cooperate. You could put, I think on one I put glue to kind of tack it together, the ribbons together so that it would hold. But I mean, it's not necessary unless you just want to. Okay. And, oop, grabbed one, not the other. Okay. I hate it when it twists like that though, because I didn't really want that. But that looks pretty decent-ish, yeah. And then I'm just gonna cut the tails. Maybe that one just a hair more. Alrighty, like that. So there's that little tag. And that will just alrighty, there we go. So down in there like that. And too, my glue is still probably a little tacky as well. It's not completely dried, so that probably matters. But it will slide. This one is, you know, it slides pretty decent, so. Alrighty, so we got that in there. And then for these, all I did, and I went ahead and I cut out, let's see, for this one, I think I'll do the stars. There's only 4 of the little cookies in there. There's the little gingerbread men, stars, trees, and then hearts. So, and you know what, here I'm just gonna go ahead and take out my trees as well, because I'm gonna need them for that other one right there. And I will need 4 each, and it cuts out the little strip, it cuts out 4 each, so there we go. And then I will take my distress ink and distress around the edges of those really quick. I'm just going to go ahead and do the stars and the trees as well, just to go ahead and have those done. I should have already had these done. Okay, with those inked, what I'm going to do then is just take it. Let's see, what did I do? Grab my little tweezers here. And put some glue on the back of the star. And then just kind of lay it however in here. Like that, I like that, that's cute. Okay, and then I'll take another one. And now they might not line up. The gingerbread ones, they line up pretty decent. The hearts, not so much if you're doing them like back to back like this, unless you, because when you cut it out, one side looks kind of raised and the other side doesn't, if that makes sense. So as long as it's close enough, I'm okay. Like that one, little that's cute. Alrighty, it's just gonna sit in there like that. And I could have done different, you know, like different ones. But I did try to do like a longer one and then like a shorter little tag thing on the front so that there's different heights, you know, and not everything is the same. So you've got the larger little tag in the back. Okay. And then just, like that. And of course you could even decorate these up. You know, you could, you know, draw on it with your little, with your gel pens and all that good stuff and make it look really cute. But I think that's adorable. Ooh, okay, well, I cannot hang on to anything. Alrighty, so the next thing I did was I added some of that thread. Let's see, where did my bell go? Let's see, how do I want my bell? I've done those on this side. I don't know why, but I tend to like this side. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it on this side, and you know, like that. So that's perfect because look, it has a little star in it. That works out with the star. So this one you have like the gingerbread, you have the gingerbread man house, and then the candy canes with the hearts. I don't know, because I just wanted to do heart. Well, that's what there is, so I did hearts. But this one's cute because it has that star there. I think that's going to work. All right, so then what we're going to do, I'm going to take a piece of tape, if I can find my end here. Somewhere. There it is. And I'm just going to snip a little piece. And so, okay, so I want my bell to go about right in there. So I'm going to put the tape right here. There. And then I'm going to get my string out again. I'm gonna unravel some. I don't know how much I'll need. On those I went around several times. So, and I'm just gonna stick it in there and wrap it around. And I mean, I don't know, however many times. You won't. Depends on how much you want. Oh, does not want to cut. Okay. And then like that. And then the bell will go here. I'm actually going to pop it up on some foam tape. Let's see. I think I have some bigger foam tape. Let me. Yeah. Let's use this wider foam tape right here. Okay, so now let's see if it's going to go here. The tape does not need to go really above that, so let me do it like that. And I think that's good enough. Okay, like that, because I don't want it to stick on the, this tape seems thicker than the others. Maybe not, maybe it's just me. Okay. And then the next thing, okay, before, or actually no, I'm gonna go ahead and, no, let's see. Let me pull out some berries or something here I like. Yeah, I like these. So on one I used holly, the other one was just the berries. And I like, and these are some I've just had made up for a while. I'm actually gonna cut these in half, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to snip it right there. Just a little snip. And kind of see how like that. Yeah. So I'm actually just going to stick that one right there on that thing. Ah. Yeah, I get that's okay. I do want that to stay though. Peel the back from the foam tape. And, well, if I can get it, guys. Okay. And then I'm just going to plop this right down. I kind of want it. Yeah, I might kind of do it like at a little bit of an angle like this. Yeah, like that. And there we go. Now we'll go back because on this one I did take a label and to kind of cover that up just a little bit to give it a little, you know. And I could have used foam tape on there as well, but I didn't. I just used glue. So yeah. And I might actually just take a little bit of glue. To kind of stick right there. Just kind of take that down there. This one I'm okay with because this one's just got more, kind of more of it's hanging. All right, so that's cute, right? I like it. And then the next one is going to be one that we're going to do without dies, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Let's see, before I do that, while I've still got this out, let me pull this out and see what I got in here. I got that worked out on what I want to use there. And so I'm going to put this one to the side. And I'll put these little pieces, because I don't need these just right this second. Okay, we're going to work with this one first. So I'm just going to lay these here. I'm going to move my little Christmas trees over there. All right, so to make this one, I measured it a little bit, you know, slightly larger than the little bitty, the die. And what I got is, oh, I think I wrote it on here. Yeah, so I cut 2 of them at 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. But let me double check just to make sure, because I've been known to get it wrong. 3 1/4, 5 1/4. Okay, so 2 of those. And then I just took my corner rounder. I used the 1/2 inch side here. If you don't have a corner rounder and you have a circle punch you some circles. You know, like any other time I would have like a ton of scrap paper laying around. You could take your circle, and I'll just demonstrate on this bottom piece. And you could line, you know, and the bigger your circle, maybe the bigger, you know, the bigger your thing would be. And you could just trace and then round, or just cut around like that. Now that would work too. But but I use my corner rounder, or whatever kind of decorative edge you want to use. It doesn't have to be corner rounder. You can leave it square. So I only rounded the top, and then I punched 2 holes with my Crop-A-Dile, and then I just cut the slit. And you don't even have to have the slit. You could just punch a hole just like a regular tag or whatever. But this is how I did this one. So let me get my Crop-A-Dile. And I used the 1/8 inch side here, so the smallest side. And I just, actually, you know what? This one I did I do it together or did I do it separate? I did that one separate. I did one and I did the other. This one I actually think I'm going to together because I think that would just be easier and I know it'll line up then. Okay, just tamping those together. Got those stuck together. I'm just going to take my brayer and brayer that down. And they're not exactly the same, but that's okay. Okay, that really pushes it and makes that, distributes that glue evenly, I think. A lot better. So, alrighty. Like that. And then I'll take my Crop-A-Dile and I'm just going to punch out where I drew those holes. Now, to get the holes, okay, to get the holes, all I did was found the center of my, found the center here, and I went down far enough, lining this up, lining, you know, a line up to each side of the card. And actually, that's not the center, that's the center. There we go. And then I just took my pencil, so like I had it here, and I just took my pencil and I just went in. I went in 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch from that 0 mark, made a dot there, and trimmed it. And now mine, these ones, they're not even exactly right, but that's okay. I mean, they're gonna be close enough. So then what I did is, if I can get somebody off my mat. Excuse me. Thank you. She likes to lay on everything. Okay. So then I just took my mat and my little knife, and I just lined up the top of that circle to the top of that circle, kind of making sure that I have a line lined up with my card. And I just cut. Just like that. And then I did the same to this side. Like that. And now mine, guys, it's not perfect. Actually, I could have got a little bit more. I might go ahead and do that because that's going to bug me, I think, that one. There we go. That's better. All right. So then you have a little slit. My slit's not perfect. That's okay. And then I just kind of went in and inked, sticking my blending tool in there to get rid of some of that. And I don't mind it looking dirty, grungy, because I like that, but that's okay. If you don't like that, you don't do it. You can leave it just the way it is. Let's see. All right, then for the pockets, I decided to do the same thing, like having 1/8 of an inch around. Well, hang on, that will bug me though. Got a straggler, just snip it. Snip it off, okay. All right, so this is gonna be your pocket. It's gonna be 1/8 of an inch around. But I want that little half circle, like this has got the little notch. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna take my ruler. Ooh, close that so I don't cut myself on it. That'd be not great. Okay. So that is 1.5, 1.5. Oh, the pocket size is 3 3/8 by 3. So roughly 3 3/8 by 3. Okay. And then, so that's going to give us 1.5 inches on each side. And I'm just going to mark where the center line is. So I ended up marking on my little tool here so maybe you can see. So, and you can go in, you know, as deep as you want to go. I'm just going to go in maybe like this. And I'm just going to line that up. To about right there. That looks pretty good. So I got my mark here, and then I kind of marked this as my center, and just like that. And just ink up that edge. And then for the second little pocket that I have here, which I did not do an extra mat for because I don't feel like it's needed for this one. All I did was I lined these up then. And now I could try to hold that and punch it, but I kept finding that my paper kept moving and sliding on me. So I'm actually just gonna lay them down, line those up, trace that. If your paper has a direction, be sure to keep that in mind. Mine does not, so. And I'm just gonna line that up and then trim that off. And then go through here and ink. Okay, so then this one here, we are gonna put on first, okay? And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other one. I'm just gonna run it. Let me get some of this glue cleaned off my thing for a second so it comes out better. Okay. So I'm just going to run it on 3 sides. It's glue, and I could have done it with that other one, and I should have probably. I'm kind of pinching it. I'm not just shoving it in, but I'm kind of pinching it in to give me a little bit more looseness in there, I guess. And you could do like with the tabs and all of that stuff, but this is just supposed to be kind of, you know, quicker and an easier. But this one I'm going to line up to the bottom of this, that bottom tag. Or pocket, not tag. Like that. Okay. And then that's down. And then same thing with this. I just took a piece of card like I did with that one. Of course, that one would be a little bit smaller. And I didn't tell you a size of it. I just kind of eyeballed mine. This one is a 4 3/4 by 4 1/2, and I scored that in half at 2 3/8. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this by angling the top. Okay, and rounding the bottom, and the bottom I'm using a 1/4. Okay, like that, and then of course I have to go back through and ink. Alrighty, and that one just slides right on down in there. That might be as far as he goes. I don't want it getting stuck. But, you know, yeah. Okay, like that. And then, of course, our little thingies here. I'll just run through and do these really quick because you've seen me do the stars, and just like that tag, you see me do that. It's the same thing. So I'm just going to run through and do that, and then I will be back and show you the finished one. Alrighty, so I've got these done, and I had forgot to ink them on the back, so I'd already got that one finished by the time I remembered. So, but I went through and I kind of inked the back of those just so that they're not stark white. So there's that. They're so cute. I love them. Oh, okay. So this one, do the tree. First, we're going to do our little windy bit. Same as before. I have these little labels on the back. 2 of these are from the Tim Holtz labels, frame labels. These 2 here. And then these little oval ones are from this little die set here, one of the newer die sets that I've got. So I just added those on, and you can write to, from, or date, year, whatever you want on those. And you could add a ribbon or something to the top of that, but I decided that I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave them like they are. So these 2 are the ones that we made without dies. And then these are the 2 that we made with dies. So there we go. All right, so if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell. You'll be notified when I upload a video. And thank you for watching. Bye.